Hi there, welcome back to the show and the channel, Wizard or Prophet. I'm your host. And today we are going to tour the Teutonic or Germanic town of Leavenworth, Washington. I'm in my beautiful hotel suite, the Box Suite at the Icicle Village Resort. It's a okay room. I've got a king bed. I've got a jacuzzi tub. I've got a gas fireplace. I've got a balcony to sit on. However, when I went to go stand out there, it felt like it was about to collapse. And being a man just shy north of 200 pounds, I didn't feel like falling to my death. So I did not go out there. So join me as we follow along the road, the main road, Highway 2, that runs through the middle of town. We'll veer off into the downtown area and look at all the fake German architecture. Is it just me, or is every time you go to a resort or a hotel and the hallway looks like this, does it remind you of The Shining? Yeah, me too. All right, there's a fire and alarms going off. Can't tell if that's the meat wagon. That's the third one. I'm guessing someone's gotten in an accident up on the freeway. And hey, look, it's my beautiful motorcycle. Although, I tell you what, on the way here, I got into an accident. No, I didn't get into an accident. No, I had an oil leak, which is weird for a BMW. And I traced it down to the head cover. I must have installed it slightly off. But anyway, I want to show you something here. I don't know if you can see this. There is ash. Ash all over my seat and my bike. That's how smoky it is. It's like not quite as bad as when there was a volcano here. What was that called? Mount St. Helens in 1980. I remember the ash falling from the sky then. It wasn't quite that bad, but there is a lot of ash here. All right, let's continue our journey. You can see the mountain here and how smoky it is. At least I hope you can see that. You can see the smoke in the sky. It's quite bad. Hopefully I won't die of smoke inhalation by the time I get to town. It's about a half mile away. And look at this beautiful cool car. It's the Orca bug. Don't see too many Orca bugs around here. It's kind of cool. And there's the view of the slide. Apparently it's not open today. I've not decided if I will ride it on Friday when it is open. Over here you have the Heidelberg Drive-In. Let's see, very overpriced hamburger joint. I think last year when I ate there, hamburgers were about $12-15, and they were tiny, less than a quarter pounder. So anyway, I didn't eat there this year. The nice thing about Leavenworth is that there are nice wide sidewalks wherever you go. Of course, this is Highway 2 coming through town, and they're doing a new water main installation here, so that's why the road is tore up. They have lots of bicyclists here that ride, lots of tourist activities, lots of hotels, and frequently they don't know what they're doing. Most of these hotels here, and this is the Enchantment Lodge Vacation Rental. Not only do they have the European architecture, they also put these murals on most of the buildings, or a lot of the buildings. They've got the Germanic Bavarian flag, which you might notice from the logo from BMW, which of course is from Bavaria. That's where we get our logo for BMW. It's not a propeller flying, as many think. It is from the Bavarian flag. They have cute little houses here. These have all been mostly gentrified since I've been here over the last 10 years visiting. These were kind of old shacks a few years ago, and now they're nicely remodeled houses. This is the Howard Johnson. It's seen better days, as you can see. Some of their trim is falling off. I think I stayed here at one point. It was not, it was just, a cheap motel. This is the city shops area over here. Exciting, huh? It's a little after 4 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, so it's not particularly busy. But you see they have public lots over here for the summertime and the wintertime when people are here for the tourists to come. And got some beautiful flowers here. Now, one of the funny things that I always thought was this odd mural up here. It's supposed to be like an alpine guy, but in reality, it looks like a bearded lady. Of course, in the wintertime, you can see up there, they have all the Christmas lights, so everything is decked out. Christmas lights during the winter as well. And it looks like most places just leave them up year round. Because, hey, that looks like a pain in the butt to crawl all the way up there and change those out. I know I stopped putting up lights years ago. Why? Because I'm lazy. The amount of work that goes into it for the enjoyment that I get out of it is slim to none. See over here we have Der Ritterhof, whatever that means. I don't speak German. But they have the Washington flag, the Canadian flag, the US flag, the Mexican flag, the Bavarian flag, and the Swiss flag. Well, there you go. And here we have Rudloff's Pizza. Now I can tell you, I have eaten Rudloff's Pizza approximately one time, and I can tell you that it was overpriced and wasn't very good. So, if you're coming to Rudloff's Pizza, just be prepared to overpay and be underwhelmed. Overpay and underwhelmed. There is a funny story there, though. I was in there waiting for my pizza, and a group of teenage boys came in. One of them was clearly an exchange student, and I couldn't tell if he was from Europe or from South America, but he had never seen root beer before, and they had the pop machine there lined up to get whatever drink you wanted. And he asked what root beer tastes like, thinking it tasted like beer. And so they said, well, here's a cup, you try some. So he took a drink and he about gagged. He said, "It tastes like candy. How do you drink that? It tastes like candy." And we all laughed at him. Because that's what Americans do. Laugh at weirdos who don't understand root beer. This is a fun little area here. This is the Berkshire Hathaway. And of course, Berkshire Hathaway is the one that sells houses here because they're all over $1 million. But there's this cute little cottage right here. And underneath the ground there, not underneath the ground, but as you go down the slope, you will see they have a miniature golf course. But frequently, they also have goats that are on the side of this mountain. In fact, they're probably over there by those tourists. But yeah, it's kind of a cool little private little miniature golf course down there. It's all very nice. And there's some goats right there. Sometimes they come right up here. You can see they climb right up on the edge because there's the poop from them. But in any case, here are the goats. And you notice that that is a pretty sheer hillside there. And those goats, this is their pen. And they stay here year round, I'm guessing. They've been here every year I've been here. But there they are. I don't know their names. But they're cute little goats. Sometimes they let you pet them. And you can see, of course, the little chalet here. It's one of the coolest little chalets, little houses here in Leavenworth. And they have that nice little waterfall there for the miniature golf course. And then, of course, the goats. All right, let's move on. Always wanted to get a goat, but I'd probably get a goofy neighbor who's like, "I don't like goats because they're an environmental hazard." Like my 120-pound dog isn't an environmental hazard. Oh well. There's a plane up there. You probably can't see it because of this weirdness of this camera, but it's a firefighting tanker plane. Everywhere in Leavenworth, they have these women's signs that have the calendars of events. And you can see what to do, dog safety tips. They don't want the morons coming in with their dogs and leaving them in the cars all day. Like, it's probably 85 degrees right now. It's going to get really hot really quick. Look, their pollinator garden. They've got like 8 flowers. That's nice. One of the things with the amount of money coming into this city in tourist dollars is that they do not take care of their public works very much. They'll install a rock thing there and some public garbage cans, but you know, when's the last time they replaced this bark? When's the last time they cleaned up graffiti or the tall grass and weeds? It looks pretty sketchy. So this is a combination, you can see down there, it's a combination inn, and it has some restaurants in here. Over here is Gustav's.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it was like it.
And there's a cute little puppy. Hello, puppy. Hello, puppy. It's got an itchy foot. Downtown here is built on a hill. This is a vacant lot. And you can see the river down there. And there's parks down there. And you can see in the distance probably, maybe not. You can kind of see it. Maybe I'll keep it at a digital zoom here if this helps. But see, the sidewalk is closed. But thankfully, the road is also closed, so we can just walk around it. This is the Grange Hall. I've never seen it open. I don't know when the meetings are. But here it is. The Grange Hall. Some more Gustavs. And that's some lovely murals. Probably done by Mrs. Fraser's 3rd grade class, guessing by the professionalism of it. Are you excited about this tour? I think you are. It's a restaurant that goes down there. Obviously not handicap accessible. And then you have lots. That's a gallery, more hotels. Let's switch this back down to normal. Look, winner, best romantic getaway is this hotel. Right there. Best view, best pet friendly. This is the cheap stuff store. That's what I call it, the cheap stuff store. And Out West Trading Company. Yeah, they moved the sausage garden, or they opened a new one. There was one there, and there is one down here. So here's the main downtown, and you can see it is quite touristy. Lots of restaurants, lots of inns. Closed for remodeling. See, I was telling you about all the Christmas stuff. Nutcrackers. People always think I'm Santa or a nutcracker here. I don't know why. In the Munchen house, apparently they have over 20 mustards or something like that. I don't know. These are all clothing stores. This one's like all wooden toys. But I also like the fact that they have a hat shop here. You go in here and all they sell is hats. Should we go in and take a look? Let's go in. Of course, at the hat shop, they always have a nice selection of alpine hats, which I don't wear. I'm offended by this fake beard. I think I finally found my new hat. What do you think? I think it will fit in perfectly with my fantastic wardrobe. Well, I couldn't find anything that was better than what I'm already wearing, so that sucks. Anyway, this is the Danish bakery. Never buy anything here because it would kill me. And the candy store, also awesome. Never buy anything in there though because it would kill me. Oh, there's something I never see here in Leavenworth. Actual homeless man next to the giant maypole. And here is the Nutcracker Museum. I don't bear any resemblance to any of these. The show's called Wizard or Prophet, not Nutcracker. I don't think we look anything alike. This is just weird. Sorry about that. I had one of my fans recognize me. One talked me on the street for a bit. Alright, back. More stores. A lot of these stores are geared towards women. They've got women purses, women clothing, and which is fine. You know, there's a lot of women go out shopping around here. Husbands are taking their wives here. They cater to that. And there's a lot of downstairs wine tasting. Here we have Mozart's. It's supposed to be one of the best restaurants in town. You can see they have their schnitzel, all the German stuff. It's supposed to be good. And this is their sports show store. I always go in here. I never buy anything, but I always go in, just in case they have something cool. Well, I resisted the temptation to buy a new Benchmade. I've been carrying the same Benchmade knife for 25 years, so I resisted the temptation. One of the fun little stores in here is the Krampus. Krampus is a nerd store full of comic books and stuff. It's always closed whenever I come here, but we'll check it out. And just as I expected. But if you're ever here, it's a fun place to take your kids if they're nerds. Alright, onward and upward. Well, if you want to buy socks, this is the place to go. Lots of socks there. And we are back. That is Kris Kringle. It's the all Christmas shop all year round. I'm sure they do great business. And it continues on there. There's a clock shop. But you can see how smoky it is still. Well, like I said, fake German town, lots of touristy spots, mostly kitsch, but it's fun to come here and walk around. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I actually don't buy Christmas stuff anymore because my mom has 28 boxes of it, and I'm sure I'll inherit at least 3 or 4 of those boxes, so I stopped buying stuff for it. Sorry, Mom. I'll still love you. I don't think we look anything alike. I might look like this guy, though. I guess not everything in here is Christmas. But my gosh, look at this village. And one whole section of Grinch. Do you know what the difference between a Chinese-made nutcracker and a German-made nutcracker? One is made by Han, and the other one's made by Hans, and $300. There's only one shop I want to visit every time I come here, and it's this ice cream shop. And every single day, it's closed. Well, it's closed on Wednesdays. Oh well. No ice cream for me. But the bookstore is open, and I always go there. And I look for an hour, and I never buy anything. Let's go in. Well, everything is closing up here, and so I bid you auf Wiedersehen in our little tour of Leavenworth, Washington. Hope you enjoyed the tour. I'm sure you didn't, but nonetheless, there you go. And here's our goat friend. Hello, goat friend. Hello, goat. Meh. Meh. That's him talking, not me. Meh. You hear him? Meh. 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 Man, he's a noisy goat. Come play with us.